Mamma mia! It's me, the media guy! And man, you guys are in for a Nintendo-style treat tonight! And, in dedication to the new Super Mario Bros. Galaxy movie releasing in 5 months from now, I decided to do a double feature revisit edition review of, well, the live action and animated Super Mario Bros. Movie. The live action movie starring Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, and Dennis Hopper. And the animated movie starring Chris Pratt and Charlie Day as Mario and Luigi themselves. Now, I assume you guys have already seen my original reviews of these two movies before, as well as so many other people on YouTube talking about these movies. Minty Comedic Arts, Nostalgia Critic, Animat, aka Electric Dragon 505, Black Nerd Comedy, and so many more to know what to expect from the live action and animated Super Mario Bros. Movies. But just in case you guys, sorry, there's a little glitch there. Just in case you guys need a little recap on what these movies are about, eye-popping special effects, said the 60-second preview. Buckle up and hang on tight. The discovery of a parallel universe launches you into the adventure of a lifetime. Mario and Luigi, two wacky plumbers, undertake a daring quest to save a princess in Dino Hand, mainly Princess Daisy in this movie, a hidden world where inhabitants evolved from dinosaurs. Mario and Luigi face deadly challenges from a diabolical lizard king and must battle giant reptilian Goombas, outwit mischief thugs, and undermine a sinister scheme to take over the world. Blast off for non-stop excitement with Super Mario Bros., the live-action thrill that dazzled moviegoers everywhere. Even though this is more of a guilty pleasure movie. Now for the plot of the animated version. The movie tells the story of two Brooklyn plumbers who are brothers and best friends. Mario, the brave one with the "let's go" attitude, and the perpetual anxious Luigi, who would prefer to go nowhere. We open with a Super Mario Brothers reckoning with their struggling plumbing business and wind up in a whirlwind adventure through the Mushroom Kingdom. Through their journey, we meet a cast of familiar, lovable characters, and ultimately uniting together to defeat the power-hungry villain Bowser. The Super Mario Bros. Animated movie takes what millions of gamers worldwide have loved for 35 years and levels it up to a new and breathtaking cinematic experience of the lifetime. So after doing a double feature rewatch on both of these Mario Brothers movies, I gotta admit, both of them are quite unique in their own separate ways, if you know what I mean. For the live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie, yeah, I know it's not 100% perfect. It may not be 100% faithful to the original game, because it almost seems more like some kind of Mad Max, Dick Tracy type spoof, rather than a Super Mario Bros. Game. But to be fair, this film, the live-action movie does have a few elements that's sort of true to the original game, like the Mario Brothers, the fungus, the bombs, the Koopa coins getting referenced from time to time. Both John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins are decent choices to play Mario and Luigi, even though they might say that they might not have the best experience with a live action movie, but it's sort of a guilty pleasure in my opinion. I mean, it's like I often say from time to time, you can't expect every movie to be a masterpiece. But the live-action Mario Brothers movie is sort of a guilty pleasure. The actors do try their best with what they're giving. And I guess it can be a little bit difficult to adapt a movie based on a video game, considering how this came out in 1993, nearly 32 years ago, if I'm correct. But I'll forgive this movie. I'll forgive the live-action movie because it still managed to do its best to stay true to the original movie, even if the nostalgia critic himself is kind of mixed about the movie. Now, I never did meet Bob Hoskins and Dennis Hopper in person, because I probably wasn't even born yet, and I'm guessing two of them had already long died at this point. But with John Leguizamo, I believe he's still in the acting business right now. And I'm not sure if most people have asked him about what it was like to work on the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie. I mean, sure, some fans might ask him about it, and he might say it was like the worst experience ever or something. But hey, that's just that's probably his own opinion. And if he says he doesn't like working on it that much, then that's totally respectable. I'm not even gonna argue about it. And John Leguizamo, if you're watching this, I totally respect your opinion about the Super Mario Brothers live-action movie not being perfect. Even if some of us fans do have a bit of a soft spot for this movie. And I do like the idea of how the live-action movie explains how there's like a parallel universe, dimension even, while dinosaurs still manage to exist, but in the form of humans and have their own society, you know? That does seem a little bit original, but probably retcons from the video games. I guess that's where the complaint starts. But aside from that, I could still have a great time with the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie. Well, speaking of which, what do I think about the animated version? Well, with the animated Super Mario Brothers movie that came out 2 years ago, seems like the animated movie did a better job being more faithful to the original video games of the same name compared to the live-action movie. Because after giving it its second watch treatment, the Super Mario Brothers animated movie is kind of a step up from the live-action movie, even if I sort of defended it. It has great animation. Mario and Luigi and their friends look just like from the video games. Even though the voice casting is kind of mixed, the voice cast did a good job. Mainly Chris Pratt as Mario, Luigi being voiced by Charlie Day, and holy hot dang, I can honestly tell that Jack Black must have had a real good time playing Bowser in this movie compared to Dennis Hopper, in my opinion. I mean, seriously, whenever I hear of Jack Black voice Bowser, he really does an amazing job voicing him. I mean, whenever I think of Jack Black, I always think of... I somehow think of Po the Panda from all four Kung Fu Panda movies, because I think that's what he's mostly famous for. And unlike the live action movie, the anime movie does have a lot of Easter eggs and references to past Mario Brothers video games, as well as one scene where Princess Peach, Mario, Toad, Donkey Kong, and the rest of the Kong army are about to go to Bowser's Kingdom. They're actually driving. They actually have their own type of vehicles, which is a clear nod to the Mario Kart video games. And I should know, because the Mario Kart video game is the only one I know how to play. And that came out in like 2008. And we get to hear all sorts of different renditions of the classic Super Mario Brothers music score. I mean, yeah, the live-action movie does use that classic score from time to time, a few times in a movie. But I honestly think the animated movie did a better job. And it's also cool that Nintendo was involved with the Mario Brothers movie. It's cool seeing Mario and Luigi go through all sorts of different areas in the Mushroom Kingdom. Which kind of does remind me of the Mario Brothers video game levels in general. And I can obviously tell that the filmmakers who worked on this movie must have studied the video game franchise a lot better than the cast and crew behind the live action movie, even though I'd still defend it. Not gonna lie, I really love Seth Rogen's role as Donkey Kong in this movie. No idea if I already said that before or not, but I mean, Donkey Kong can be a bit of a ham. Just showing off his pecs to the whole crowd when he's getting ready to smack the living banana whammas out of Mario. When speaking of which, we actually do get to see a battle between Mario and Donkey Kong. I guess Princess Peach wanted to make a deal with the king, because if Mario wins, the entire Kong army will have to help defeat Bowser. Man. So anyways, I honestly think both Super Mario Brothers movies are quite unique in their own separate ways. Even if some people might have mixed opinions on these type of movies. Yeah. And while the live action movie is kind of a guilty pleasure, I honestly think the animated movie is kind of a step up in my opinion. And I probably said this before in my original reviews of these two movies before a year ago. But I honestly think both Mario Brothers movies are still a lot of fun to watch over and over and over again. Whether you're big fans of the Super Mario Brothers franchise or not. I mean, for me, I am a bit of a Mario fan because I used to watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show on Netflix before during my elementary school days, as well as watching the live action movie from time to time. Oh, man. So, for the live action movie, I'll probably give this movie 3.5 bombs out of 5. Since it does have a decent cast, decent plot, decent special effects, especially for 1993 standards, and still tried its best to stay true to the original video games. Now, for the animated movie, I'll give it 5 superstars out of 5. Because in my opinion, somehow this movie seems to be a bit of a step up from the live action movie to like 1 million or something. Okay, I might have exaggerated a bit, but still. So it was pretty cool to do a double feature rewatch on both of these Super Mario Brothers movies. And I'm glad you guys are checking out my revisit edition, aka second look review of these movies, because it really felt great revisiting these movies again. Especially since I already mentioned that the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie, well, yeah, it was called Super Mario Galaxy movie, yeah. It makes sense since the Super Mario Galaxy movie will still be out in 5 months from now. Although time will probably go by a lot quicker, if you know what I mean. So, do you guys have any favorite moments from the animated and live-action Mario Brothers movie? Just let me know down in the comments below. Cause rewatching these again and doing a revisit edition on these is a lot of fun. Let's go! Woohoo! I'm sorry, I couldn't resist doing my Mario impression again.